Thursday. Time for some thoughting and some arting.
Thoughting.
I'm waiting for her to get her thing all worked out over here.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I've got... Oh.
Doesn't she look cute today?
I've got it on. My mouse died, so I can't.
She had to manually, you know, touch the thing.
I have to touch the thing. It's being charged as we speak.
Good. We were worried about your
but
mouse.
I'm leaving it in there for a bit to really get it good and charged.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready. Are you announcing things?
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are PM Artist Studio. There, that was in the yodeling.
Harmonating. She moved on me a little bit. There we go. Okay. Nail her down. Okay, y'all. She's put her little grumpy. Mariah's being a poop face. Puppet
Yeah, I put
person.
it on a stick so I could, hold it up.
Easily, just, wave it about properly. Okay. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you were here. We like to know that you're here, but if you want to hang out in the background, that is totally fine. But we would love it if you gave those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel and all that business, hang out for a bit. Decide if you like it, and if you do, subscribe and then ring those little bells. Do all those little notifications. We do this 4 times a week, so you want to get notified. That's one way to do it.
Well,
supposedly.
sort of.
Yeah, supposedly. Still just don't
Theoretically.
understand the lighting situation over here. See, I knew it would change a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, it's darn cameras, whatever. Alrighty, guys. Let's say hello to everyone. Then we will get into announcements. I have a few, and then Pete has some too.
I have announcements today.
She has announcements today, y'all. It's all proper. Like we've got at making it with a minglet. That is Lisa Mingus. Mingit and minglet. It mixes in my mouth.
Thank you for my beret. Violet's here today.
Claire, Acme, Amy, Art Curious, that's Miriam. Heather is here. Hey, Heather, we have missed you. Becky Bokern. Oh, I think somebody just popped in and out. Betty is here. Candy, Charlotte, Charmaine, Sherry. Hello, you are new. Cheshire Cat, that's Dar. Christy Hartman is here. Darcy, Brad just popped in there, I think.
Thank you, Lexi.
Christy Hartman, Darcy, Dana, Eddie, Erna, Estella, Fairy Tales and Fireflies, that's Patty, Isabel, Jeanette, aka Janette, Joni Miron, Yuta, Ketra, Leslie, Lexi, Lydia, Marguerite, Mary Ellen, Monkey is in the house, Nancy J, Ravens, Peak, Ricky Nordmeyer, SAG, that's Sarah, Sandy Franklin, Sherry Dog, Black Dog, Sherry Black Dog Design, Silver Granny Eater, Grumpy Minot, that's Lynn, Star Traveler, Linda, Susan Burns, hello, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot, the Whole Bucket, that is Cheryl, and that is Cheryl, Sharyl, Cheryl, if y'all wanted to know, Tina Schwanberg, Tracy LeBoeuf, Violet Johnson, I'm so happy to see you, and you left some very sweet comments. Thank you, Violet. We miss you when you're not here. Wendy H. And sometimes I know you're just hanging in the background. I get it. But, we like to see you. There we go. If I missed you, it was not on purpose. Simply give me, one of those wavy hands. I really love the pink ones. They're in the chat. And
yes, we can see those. I can even see those.
Okay. So, my quick announcements are... If you're part of Makers and you have participated in the swap, like you signed up for it, you need to get your little booty over there and see who your swap partners are.
I'm announcing mine today.
Okay, very good.
Is that okay?
I assume so. I do.
It's common knowledge out there right now.
Hello,
anyway.
Ellen B. Griffin Chill, that's Rhonda.
What
Cherry
about Sherry Signature 3?
Yes.
Who is that?
I don't know. She's new. She knew who Darcy was, though, because she said hello to Darcy, I think.
Oh.
Darcy's bringing them in. That's awesome. Okay, so quick announcements on that. There is the swap stuff. You need to get over there, take a look at that. really that's kind of it. If you're participating in things, if you are a channel and you are participating in things, let me know so I can get you on the proper playlists and whatnot, because I just don't know. I don't always know, and I like to know, you know? I'm knowing if you know. What else? Oh,
Hi, Susan.
this month we will be interviewing Darcy. I am penciling it in for the 25th. This is sort of dependent on whether or not I can get her some of her things
In time.
in time. This kind of brings me to the next thing. If you have placed an order and you have stamps on it, please give us a little, leeway. We are doing the best we can with, the time that we have.
Fran jumped in.
Hi, Fran. So, yeah, just know that we are running a little behind. Not too terribly, but things are, normally we get things out the next day. That's not happening right now. Might be the next day or that next day, which I still think is quite reasonable.
Yes. It's not Amazon standard.
Well, remember, we cut to order.
Yes.
Like, you place the order and then we go, okay, we need to cut that. It's not, oh, let's pick that from inventory. I mean,
we don't have the space for inventory.
Good golly, we don't. Nor has it ever just been to where we have, like, knowing what to have for inventory. Anyway, it's very complicated. There are a lot of factors.
Lots of factors.
A
lot of factors.
March Madness. Just giving y'all a little, get excited, because we now have a list of the things. Keep an eye out in Makers for a post, because I'm going to say, hey, here's the stuff that we're planning. If you have questions regarding any of these, we would like to know, so that way we can kind of get ahead of time, like have that sort of planned out, because
yeah, we have a lot.
We have a lot, and it's going to be very exciting. Also, I want to kind of drop in y'all's ears, especially mainly actually, those of you that are content creators, my little channel people, the collabers from, the hot people kind of situation. Carrie Griffiths and I will be swapping in April.
Oh.
So,
like on stream?
No. We're going to do swap and make, where I send him some stuff and he's going to send me some stuff.
Oh, and then you make
then
video
going
and
to
then you
work that into our projects for that month for the theme for the Makers Creative Club. Any of you channels that want to get together, you need to partner up. I'm not babysitting people. I love y'all. It's just there's a lot going on. But I think this could be fun and sort of in the same spirit of the hop, but yet we are still just going to be like, hey, you get to post whenever you want to. If you want to work it out with your partner, great. But I think April will be a fun swap and make, and if you need to know what the theme is, you need to reach out to me, because this will also kind of let me know who's going to be there, so who I need to keep an eye out for when we do the playlist. Got it? Thumbsy upsies, let me know in the chat that y'all are, hearing what I'm throwing out. That's really all I got for right now.
Okay, I have announcements.
Okay.
Don't put me on overhead yet. I just want to announce to that camera right there. Okay, my swap partner for the scraps is Tammy Odom. Yeah, a lot of you already knew that. Hi, Tammy. I did get your little thing, and I said yes.
And she's Tutu Halle.
Yes, and I will get back with you. My postcard swap, Carrie Griffiths, Creative Design. Now, I have a question. On my silly secret, will that be revealed?
I think if you just told them.
Is it going to remain a secret, known only to you that I send it to, or will it be announced?
Okay, keeping an eye on that in chat there. Hello, Leslie Brandt. Glad you are here. And
Yolanda Welch.
Yeah?
I don't know Yolanda.
Yeah, she's been here a few times now.
Okay, well,
or more.
Just didn't recognize that. Okay, now another thing that I kind of told you about the other day was this Amanda Trout, at Art and Wellness Cafe. And the reason I'm kind of giving her kudos or whatever here is I really like the way she talks about how she's using art along with her, mental health.
Yes.
I think it's very positive, and I think it's something that does, it's reflective, it's honest, it's not gimmicky, and I like her approach. So go check her out and tell her from whence you came. Appreciate that. We're trying to kind of
Branch out, y'all.
branching out, and we're sort of trying to woo her. You get the woo her?
This is how we woo.
We're wooing her.
We're wooing.
She doesn't know we're wooing her yet, but
I haven't heard back yet.
no. Okay. Now, let me see. All right. I've got a few thoughts here, and this is going to be one of those days when I'm just kind of dragging some stuff out, looking at it, and you're going to help me decide what we're going to do today, because I just couldn't. Well, actually, I didn't have time. I don't know what I was busy doing. I was busy going through papers.
Hi,
Imagine
Trish.
that. Yeah. All right.
It would be funny if you could clock your time of how much time is spent.
Well, I need one of
digging
those
through-
cameras like they have on the grizzly bears at
when
at
you
the
start
falls.
making movements or digging in certain boxes. It's like,
But I just my problem is it needs to be far enough away that that you can see me moving about or whatever. And I think that might be sort of interesting. Of course, it might be kind of
no, I think that
yeah. Some days I don't look all that good.
yeah.
And some days I'm grumpy and I say bad things. It could just be a silent camera so you couldn't hear me uttering
No,
obscenities.
You wouldn't be able to pick your nose or anything.
Yeah, that's true, and I'd forget that. Okay, now, first of all, I would say, these are some of the things that I wanted to say during Miriam and Diana's live stream.
Okay, Becky says that the silly secret really is meant to be a made-up pretend secret. Maybe it would be funny, like, if it's just one that was like, you wish that could be one of your secrets.
I could wish that could be my secret.
That would be kind of fun.
Well, I'll have to think more on that. I had another one that was very cerebral and, philosophic, but I'll save that for another time. Yeah, okay. Now, anyway, back to Miriam and Diana's live stream. And I can't type fast enough, nor is there, I just, I don't know, I feel, did you all notice my ring today?
The baby got that yesterday. Also, update on Isabella. She had a tooth pulled yesterday. So that was one reason I couldn't make it to Yolan's live stream, because I was, being subjected to my baby being subjected to, torture.
I was really happy I didn't have to be in on that.
Very stressful. Poor little thing. It was supposed to just be kind of an easy peasy little fill thing. It turned out that not so much. 3 hours later.
Yeah.
And in need of
a
food.
very unhappy baby.
I don't know the trifecta of needing food. She was tired and then in super pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things she got from the poor dentist. It's just like,
but she hooked me up with it. Isn't it great? I love it. It's the only thing about it is it's kind of pokey. If it gets turned there, it pokes me in my other finger, so I just have to watch out. But I thought it was quite lovely.
Hello, Barbara.
Yes. All right. So anyway, here are my observations and thoughts. So is Miriam here?
She is.
And is Diana here?
No, she doesn't usually.
But she does sometimes, I think.
Well, she might watch the replay, but
I don't know.
she doesn't come to the streams much.
Okay.
She's been a couple of times.
Well, anyway. You can tell her about it, Miriam. And
Miriam's here.
Miriam, I just saw that. I know, poor baby. It was terrible.
It was traumatic
really terrible.
for her parents and for her.
And it's, she's a funny kid. Anyway, so thing number one that I wanted to say about the whole idea of, clutter and being surrounded and that sort of thing. I wanted to say, I think it's personal. Everybody has a different tolerance level of, what they can put up with. Mariah's is a lot less than mine. Well, that's one of our bones of contention, really, in our relationship is,
It's probably the main one.
it probably is the main one because all else is. And the thing about it is when she used to be up here a lot more, I could sit here and, put things away and talk to her at the same time. Now that she's not here anymore, except on the days that we live stream, that's kind of changed. And I feel like everyone's personal space is sacred, and wrath shall fall upon the head of those who enter uninvited. Just,
Sometimes I just
ruminate
visit.
on that a bit.
I'm going to. Sometimes I visit and then just remove a few things that seem like they're sort of just floating at the top and may not necessarily be fully integrated into the Borg.
Number 2. And that's apropos for lots of things.
Oh, yes. Number 2.
That being understood, when I reach the point that the workspace, my workspace here, is becoming unusable due to an excessive amount of artables
Yes, and
present,
uh-huh.
then I will organize.
Sometimes they even attack.
Yeah. Or my elbow rubs them off and I've spilled a whole pile over here on the floor and it becomes a hazard, a health hazard in that if I step on it, I might slip.
Isn't that how you guys used to clean
deli paper is very slick.
It's true. Isn't this kind of how you used to clean the freezer?
Yeah.
Like when it finally just puked out at you.
You opened the door and a bunch of stuff fell out, and it fell on your foot. And there's nothing like, frozen hamburger falling on your toe to make you realize, yeah, okay.
You might need to deal with it.
Might need to deal with it. We need to cook some of this stuff or, whatever. Yeah. All right. So that's the point at which I say, okay, bag and tag it.
Uh-huh.
Number 3, cleaning. And this is everything that comes from my mouth is how I feel personally. I am not putting these opinions on to anyone else.
Nor is it like a fully supported PM Artist Studio. belief.
Yes, it may not be the opinions as expressed by
management.
PM Artist Studio in general. Cleaning and that urge to obsessively organize and keep everything clean and pristine can be a way of avoiding starting to make art. Be aware. Also, the fear of such. Mm-hmm. And probably, ID the source on that one. Okay, so then I come into, all right, that we've identified. That's, what some people do in order to not do what they need to do is they clean.
Hey, Christopher.
That would not be me.
Jennifer? Yeah.
That would not be me.
No.
I'm not judging that. I'm just saying that is not how I operate. But I understand it because I know someone who, I think sometimes does that. And don't judge others. My mess makes me happy until it doesn't. And then that's when I deal with it.
She also, I think part of this, to kind of dive in a little bit, your mother was
I'm
very...
coming to that.
Oh, okay.
Coming to that.
You just add the whole...
A roundabout.
Okay.
Okay. It all stems around what motivates you to be the way that you are. And I think a lot of mine is fear. And if you recognize that that's where you're coming from, and I really am, I've made peace with that. I don't necessarily, I'm not saying that that's who I am now, but I'm saying this is from whence it came.
Yes.
Yes. We all know mothers. And I'm trying not to be that mother with Mariah. And she's really good about it because she tells me. So the whole thing of insulating and surrounding yourself with this layer of stuff is visual and literal. It's a way of keeping safe, of blocking out, denying accessibility to that pain of why whatever initiated it in the first place is there. So I recognize a lot of that, and the fact that I know that makes it okay for me to take and discard something. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a big discarder in it, but way better than it used to be. So,
It is true.
that's my visual metaphor. Here it is. I would say to use the bricks in your walls to build a bridge and not be afraid to ask for help. One brick at a time. Start at the top. It's easier to pull them out without having the whole wall collapse. And it takes time to dig yourself out. I just, be kind to yourself and realize that you don't have to do everything today. That doesn't all have to happen today.
That's true.
But you have to start on the path. You have to take that first brick.
Yes.
And you got to look at it. And some people take longer to look at it and know where it goes in the whole bridge building,
Well, and then talk about the whole story about how she got the brick, found the brick, and kept the brick, and why she
There
loves
you
the
go.
brick.
This is why it's almost impossible for me. When I moved, it was traumatic.
Well, and it was so funny because, see, like, Brad, I told Brad, I was like, he's like, is she ever going to be able to do this? And I'm like, she will. She's always able to get there. Like, but a lot like kind of how Izzy is like, it's going to happen in her time. And when she feels that that is necessary, then it's going to happen. And it will. And then she can let go of things and she can just move through it. And she's just like, but she has mentally has to get there. And sometimes it takes a little longer for her than it would for, like, me. Where I'm like, we need to get this done. I see some of this. But see, if you even ask Brad, he thinks that I take a long time, which I do. Because I'm dealing with a little bit of that. And how she does things, because I think about that. And then that kind of affects my decision making. But Brad could be like, boom, 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 done. He doesn't, have the emotional attachment to things like we do, the fancy things.
I just, I really think that that's it. It's that emotional attachment that you have given to that object, that whatever, and whether it's truly what it is, if it's representational or not, in your mind it is.
Yeah.
And I think the hardest thing for me was going through letters and correspondence.
Oh, God. Yeah, that is hard.
It took me weeks. I would sit on my bed at night and go through them.
I still find notes from her that I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't get rid of that. My mother wrote me that. And it could be the most ridiculous, like, little, Mariah, I was just thinking if you sent you this thing, love you.
I just,
I keep them.
and I can remember when my mother told me, she said, you need to come and you need to collect your stuff.
Like,
Because I don't want it anymore.
oh, yeah, she was a no emotional attachment to sort of things kind of person.
And, yeah. And my dad cleaned out the garage once and said, I found boxes of rocks. If you want them, come and get them. Otherwise, they're going to the landfill. And I just thought, I don't know. It was, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I went and got my rocks. I went and got the boxes of stuff, too. Now, you know what? I went through it, and some of it I went through away, too, because it was just like,
Well, some of it you kind of go,
oh
okay,
my
yeah,
God,
what?
really? What am I keeping this for? Pictures of people I went to high school with. I've got what do you call those things?
Call those things.
No, those books that they put all the
Yearbook.
stuff in. Yeah, thank you, yearbook.
That was enough. They
you know,
curated it for you. It was good.
yeah. They curated it for me, and I don't need to keep that stuff anymore. Now, it was kind of sad because some of the stuff that people wrote on the back was pretty funny when you'd read it,
Yeah, years later.
30 years later. Okay. Alrighty. So,
Is that thoughting?
that's
We
enough.
made it through. I only
thoughting.
sort of teared up a little bit. So,
Yeah.
very happy
All
about
right, and I did my announcement for the day.
that. Awesome.
Moving right along.
Should I go topside?
You should go topside.
Okay.
Now, I know that some of this stuff is going to be a rehash. I don't care. Some of you weren't there the last time.
That's
The rest
right.
of you just, go out and smoke and drink and whatever.
Or chat,
Yeah,
This
or
is when
chat.
you can kind of do the chat.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're missing anything.
Well, the reason I bought a yearbook is because I was on the yearbook staff and I got one free.
She was kind of popular and probably,
Yeah, a lot of that. I got out of my system early on. Okay, moving right along.
I did that.
Okay, so I've even wrote myself a note up here. And I must tell you, this is what I found over on Mariah's side.
No, I'm drinking iced coffee.
This is my feeling about what I found on Mariah's side over there. A nude naked container.
Oh, and the baby
Full.
Scribbled on it.
And the baby scribbled on the side of it.
That's...
No, I don't really care because I'm going to cover it up anyway. But I cannot believe you just appropriated that without my permission.
I totally did.
And I've been looking for it. Thinking I was crazy. Maybe I just thought I made that thing, you know?
I thought so hard that I thought I made it happen.
I think it's made, is it made from a hydrogen peroxide bottle? Or is it, yeah, I think it is hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, so what happened is, I think I had appropriated it because I was taking pictures of stuff and all the little inks kind of fit in there nicely. So it ended up downstairs. Then the inks ended up back up here. And then I was doing all of the Christmas cards. And so I was writing, and I had the, pins. And so I was like, oh, that's perfect. They really do fit very nicely in there.
Now, see, this is what really irks me to no end, because it's just like, why are we saving another container? Well, what if I really decide, because I'm telling you what, my one little container that I made with the little drawer things, whatnot, that's what houses my chocolate. So here's what I do. I put different chocolate in each different little container. When it's empty, I turn it around to the turquoise side so I know there's not anything in there anymore. Now, isn't that brilliant? Come on.
Somewhere in the universe, we're some little lab rats, and they're so proud of you for figuring that out.
I know. Let me see. Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. I love that you admit that. See, there was a secret right there. That was a silly little secret, and I like it a lot.
Oh, it was a silly secret. Well, dadgummit, it's not a secret anymore, so I can't write it on.
Well, these are just our closest friends.
Postcards. All right. Well, anyway, so we have a naked container here, which needs to be covered.
Tammy, she mentioned you that you're her one of her swap partners.
Oh yeah, she's my scrap swap.
Yes, because Carrie is your postcard.
Yeah. So Tammy, if you see some scraps that you think that you really can't live without, you can. It's not that I actually might hook you up, but I will think about it.
That's true.
Here, okay, yes. Yeah. Talking about all of that stuff, I think really does help. All right, I'm just showing you this because I think this would make a great yellow leaf. Look, we've still got a little imprint of the goddess out there, just a suggestive one. I'm just thinking that leaf could go around here. I'm going to have to avoid the square, so it might be a smaller leaf because of that. But I don't know. I can probably fix that.
Yeah.
All right. Might do that. I wanted to show you this again just in case you didn't see it the last time. Because I'm so proud of this.
I think you should frame that one.
I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, that would just be beautiful. Like, on the
Very
wall.
subtle. But, I've got this one in case you want me to do another leaf. And this one already is backed. So, we don't have to worry about that. I left this out here today. Oh, here's my new chocolates. Oh my gosh, these are wonderful.
I do love those.
Hershey's Nuggets, and this is extra creamy milk chocolate with toffee and
those are the
almonds.
Those are the best ones.
Oh my gosh, these are wonderful. And if you wanted to, you can save these little little wrapper things, and they make nice little things on your ATCs. Okay. I saw Darcy's trees that she made because she was inspired by these. Now, Darcy, you've got to do something with your trunks. They're very plain brown and boring. So I would like to see you put a coat of texture gesso over them, get your colored pencils out, and let's make some interesting things going on the bottoms of those trees.
Do you color pencil? I don't know if Darcy... I mean, I think she kind of does, but I don't know if she's like, not everybody intensely color pencils like you do.
Well, anyway, I can help you out with that. But I did applaud that. And remember, tree leaves are not all just green.
She did it on Procreate. It was all digital.
Oh, digital. Oh, well, that's, yeah. Okay.
Hey, you could print it out and then do pencil
Oh,
work.
you could.
That would
and
be
we've
good.
done that before.
Yeah.
I've been working on this. This is my little pencil project. It's on the third coat of texture gesso.
Third coat.
Third coat. Because
Still
I
going.
went kind of hard and heavy in some places.
Yeah.
And it was not working, so okay, and I've got that. And oh my gosh, when I was going through another pile, look what I found. I just think these are wonderful, and
Darcy says that is good feedback.
oh, okay.
She,
Yeah.
She means it with love.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
did.
she says things
I
a little
just think
harsh.
that, sometimes people just need to hear these things. So what I did with these, well, actually, I think this was one that got messed up.
Probably.
And it didn't even print half of it.
Well,
and
or-
you gave it to me, or you just stopped the printing, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I inherited it. And I just made it work. So then,
These are stencils. So this is sort of a mix. So let me explain.
yeah, you don't get these pieces and
Okay, the
parts like
three pieces. Okay, put the three together that all have that turquoise paint on them. There, or that, yeah.
that. Okay, those three
Those three.
are
A set.
they come together.
And I think that set even has a tidbit, but don't quote me on that. It's been a little bit.
Been a little bit. Yeah, this is a goldie oldie.
Yeah. Well, not goldie oldie, but then there is, so this is the feathery eye. And then there's full stencils of it. There's the
Well,
mandalas.
I'm thinking there's some others that I've got back here I'm going to show in a minute that might go with this.
And then those little blue ones underneath there. So lift that one piece up. Those are in a set by themselves. But they are of this.
Because see
Design.
that?
Mm-hmm.
They're like repeating
Oh,
that.
thank you, Eddie. Eddie says yes, it does come with the tidbit. Feathery eye clusters, yes. See, there's the mandala. There's the little clusters. Those are those blue ones, the baby bluish.
How many of those do you get?
I think there's 6.
3?
No,
Oh,
I think
must
it's a
have
full
2
sheet.
sets. Oh, a full sheet.
I think so.
So, you get all of
Or a
those.
half a sheet.
Oh, here, whoops, here's another one.
I think there's 6.
Half a sheet, I would say.
Yeah.
Well,
6
so
bits.
these things I just cut up myself, right? You know, I mean, they have to do this themselves.
I think so. You did request it as, like, turning, I was like, I mean, we were kind of done. I was done with the feathery eye business. Like, we
Okay.
have enough product for that.
So, you can see what I did to them. I just cut them up. So, get yourself an extra one or just cut up the big one because you probably won't use it anyway. Well, that's not true because I'm going to use that one today, maybe. But here's what
Buy 2
I
sets.
thought. I thought, number one, they could be a bug,
Oh, they
like a moth.
they are very
Now,
mothy.
they're very mothy, but if you turn it this way, it can be a fish.
Yeah.
You can put them together,
Oh, you could even cut it
and they
more.
they would make a butterfly.
If you cut it even more on the bottom, but left the top, then it looks like it's a bird flying through.
Yeah,
Or, top underneath view.
absolutely.
Don't open your mouth.
And I just think that there's so many things that you can do with this particular stencil, and pulling it apart and making those. Because see, this is what I did. I cut that.
I think this is one of Brad's finest. Like,
I just cut that half apart and half again, so that then you get these separate.
that's how
Separate
fractions
parts.
work.
I think about this stuff. You can turn it, look at that, and you get kind of a.
Oh yeah, there's a little kind of a fleur.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason
Eddie says that's one of his favorites. Yeah, Eddie did some good. I think that's about the time you kind of started hanging out with us is when that came out.
I just relocated this booger, so
Okay.
I'm thinking about using it.
We're
today.
really enjoying looking at the black foam.
Oh, thank you.
I do want to say, so remember last stream, I sort of mentioned halfway through or whatever, I think it was about halfway through the stream, that in March, the March Madness, we will be giving away, and I tell you, I have stacks full of plates from Gel Press and other little fun things. So, how we're going to do that is some of the winners will be chosen or picked from the comments starting all the way from February, all the videos in February. So it could be any which one. So you want to make sure that you have left a comment, because I'm going to pick maybe 1 or 2 streams. I might pick 5. Who knows? I just don't know. And then the other way that we are going to pick winners will be through the Arty Perk members on our website. That is either a Mucky Muck or Loverly. We'll probably pick 2 Loverlies and 1 Mucky Muck or something like that. Some mixture of things. Because we're going to have other giveaways too. Not just the Gel Press plates and things. But, so we're going to have, it'll be lots of fun. March Madness, y'all.
March Madness.
So you just want to make sure.
7 days in a row.
7 days. 2-hour streams. I think on the days that are not our normal days, we'll probably do mornings.
Culminating on my birthday.
Yes.
Okay. I love it. I'm kind of jazzed about that because we did it for a whole month once.
No.
We did it for 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
God, it seemed longer.
It felt like the whole month of March. Yeah, but no, it was 2 weeks. But it did. It felt like a lot.
And the thing about it is, I think the thing that it really made me aware of is I was so anxious. I was like, oh my gosh, Mariah, I don't know if I have enough content for us to get through that. We didn't even make it through half of the stuff that I had on my list. So, everything you think you're going to do, it takes twice as long to do it. And I will, can I give them a little teaser?
Of?
About what, one of the things?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm going to post that soon.
All right. So, I received my watercolors, my granular graphite watercolors. And someone had asked before, and I can't remember who, it's one of the our watercolor aficionados. And I'm going to do some more rocks.
Y'all remember when she did the rocks?
I'm going to do some more rocks with my granular.
I think what you should probably do in gearing up preparation for it is get the various stages done. Because she's only going to be doing watercolor for 2 days.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of have everything at each stage almost.
Almost. Well, I can definitely get the brushes business out of the way because that's messy and everybody knows how to sprinkle paint on a piece of paper. Mostly. And yeah, I can have that ready to go because that has to dry completely.
Yeah.
And that's a good point. Okay, will do. All right, I'm putting these aside over here because I may use those today. I don't know. All right, I found this and I just could not help but
I love
bring it back.
We need to put that in Halloween stuff.
Well, I do, or just in the, in the Gothic section of our
shop
prints, because I think there are some people who would really like that once you look at the texture on that skull.
And the unfortunate thing is, see, this is on her wonky-sized plate. She does some of the best things on that wonky-ass plate. Problem is I have to order custom mats for them.
This is one of the, and I use it.
Something to be said about standardized.
I don't know why. And this is Miriam. Miriam, this is your stencil back there, behind. Can you see that? I just think that this is really marvelous. And then here's this one, and this one just
that would be awesome.
Happened. Is it in the right place?
And hi, Mimi. If I didn't say hello, yes, a little down towards you. There you go. Oh, that's with Sharon's phoenixes.
Yes.
Little
this
phoenix
is kind
heads.
of like the Batman, projection up onto the night sky. I thought that was brilliant. And this one is just in its shimmeriness. And this is one of the first times that I started using the liquid stuff and smearing it out and allowing it to dry. Plus, I really love this stencil. I think this is a cool little stencil. Then this one I didn't get completely finished with, but never made it back to. But here's some of the other of Carrie's little
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
leaf design.
I'm trying to remember that one.
And this is anthraquinone. I'm telling you that is. Now I think this is brilliant. This should be framed and put into the shop.
And that's also one of the weird plates. Down towards you. There you go. And a little bit down. There you go. Perfect.
But isn't that just wonderful?
I know.
I mean, I would
this is
hang
one of the
out.
good piles.
I would hang it on my wall.
Lisa's like, seeing some good stuff in this pile.
And this one,
There are piles of,
I love it because we've got one leaf down here. I don't know how that managed
pointing.
to, but then here's some more leaves over here. And then over the top of the leaves.
That's the one special highlighted leaf.
Yeah, one special highlighted leaf with the others over here in the mucky muck goose turd green. That's kind of my.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so went to Costco yesterday. And this was in the some almond cookies that are.
I don't even want to hear about those.
I
love almond anything.
I'm going to show them just because you said that.
That's so rude. What else was I going to say, too? Okay, and we have new stencils and things to show today. I think she's going to get to that. That might be at the bottom of this lovely pile. Like the little bow. Oh, God, they're so beautifully packaged, too.
And it's just cool. Look at the little hoop-de-doo thing there.
Part of it, she couldn't resist that 10. I know that
I
called
couldn't
her.
resist this tin. It called out.
She didn't care really what was in it.
But when it said almond cookies and it said that
You're
there
like-
were, and I kept the other part and just here it's on the bottom here. I'm going to read it to you. Almond cookies with whole almonds.
How many carbs?
Oh, here's the first ingredient: mung bean powder.
Hey, that's actually pretty, as far as like sugar stuff goes, that's kind of better.
Yeah, and if you look over here, of course, this is one serving, one cookie, is
Yeah.
100 calories.
Yeah.
But the thing about them is they're very substantial.
At least this doesn't taste like poo.
They're good dunking cookies, because they were not going to fall off
I'm glad
in
that
there.
you've given them the full, all the tests.
And plus, there's just,
Yay on packaging.
packaging. Well, I'm not done with packaging yet. I'm going to bring it. But look at that. Isn't that pretty little pink?
I love the pink. Has Izzy seen those?
No.
Yeah.
And she probably won't like the cookies.
No, she's not, like, nuts are not her thing.
She doesn't. And they're hard cookies. So she might not. But here's what I thought about this little jobber. You know how Mariah does those little pop-up sticky things? I think you can use this.
It's kind of poofy.
It's poofy. But not poofy to the extent, that it's... And plus it sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then I found this stuff, which isn't that lovely. I don't know when I'm going to use this, but I've been saving it for a very special
I was going to
occasion.
say, I think it comes around. It's in a circulation of piles, and she says that, I think, each and every time. I'm going to do something with this, y'all.
I'm going to do something with it. And here is, this has a lot.
That was done on...
A lot of layers here, I'm telling you, because it doesn't even feel like tissue paper anymore. It feels like...
I think for the most part... Now, it was across streams, not like, one and done, because this is a multi-layer situation. But I think most of this was shown during streams. Just to tease y'all on that.
But isn't that... Look at that. Look at the evenness of that crackle out there. It's almost a batik.
Yes, Susan, I know. I don't know if they meant in cookie form, though. Brad and I like the almonds. Like, that's kind of a nice little snack.
All right, so we've gone through that, and I just, and here's my paper with my stamp-offs on.
That's looking pretty good.
I know, it's looking pretty good. This is going to be wonderful. I am sure it's going to be wonderful. I don't know what to do with Izzy's little thing. I've got to keep it handy.
a magnet or something. You could
I
put
can
on
put
the
it
back.
right there.
No.
Yeah, it'll work there for a while. I'm going to give you this back. I want these to be taken out so that I can finish doing
Okay, because I need them back downstairs anyway.
Okay, excellent. All right,
It was meant as a temporary situation.
here's my other packaging. All right, so remember Fat Rabbit? You remember Fat Rabbit?
Y'all remember Fat Rabbit?
Last
We're
year
really
was the
sad.
year of the rabbit. This is the year of the dragon.
Or cow.
right?
Yeah. You can turn that cow into a dragon.
No, but I think that is the cutest dang cow.
It's super cute.
And you'll see why I'm really enamored of this book.
Maybe dragons really are just flying cows.
I could put wings on that cow. I just think she's got so much personality there.
Oh, goodness.
That is a lovely cow. All right, so this is another product that I get at Costco, and it's from Bellwether Farms. It's A2 organic, whatever that means, but it's in California, so that's significant. They're,
Yeah, they have the hardest, designations, and
well,
they have
I
to
know
go through a lot of hoops.
Susie would always feel good about drinking their wine because she said you don't have to worry about having things in it that are going to give you a headache.
Yeah.
And I just knew that. But anyway, from Sonoma County, California, if you buy this and you go online and find them, you can tell them you learned about them over at PM Artist Studio.
We haven't tried to make them an affiliate yet.
There's no thickeners, no antibiotics, no hormones, and no GMOs.
There you go.
And plus, it's really thick. Well, yeah.
I like my yogurt thick.
www.bellwetherfarms.com.
Yes.
Oh, and 1% of their sales is pledged to strengthen the food system by supporting organizations which provide hunger relief or food-related education to our communities.
Love it.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm cutting that cow out.
Getting that cow.
Yeah.
Yolande says that you could turn it into a drag cow.
That's true, too. And I have to show you, look at my present from my dear daughter and the people at PM Artist Studio.
To know. So the package from Gel Press showed up. She went through it like it was Christmas for her. And I said, and she's like, I'm going to have this one and this one and this one. And I'm like, you can't have any of those. They sent those to us to give to our people. And she was like I had just ripped, I stomped all over Christmas for her. And so then
There is no Santa. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I bought her a plate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is funny. When I showed Izzy what I did, she said, "Well, Gigi, are you sad?" I said, "That's not a sad face. That's a face that says, really?"
No, and what did she say? She said, annoyed.
Annoyed. I said, yeah.
Yeah.
That comes closer. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I don't have, as of yet, a supporting...
Yeah, she was all excited for it, and then she's like, oh, I don't have acrylic.
My acrylic plate to put it on yet.
Yeah.
So, but I do have a spot for it. Looky there. Uh-oh.
And this is also probably why she cleaned a little, went through the
where
piles.
That's where I found that whole batch of stuff, was when I pulled it all off of that shelf over there, over yonder.
Good hidey hole.
Yes. All right, so let's go through the stencils that we've got. And you'll see why later while I'm so excited about the cow.
It's a moverless day.
It is going to be. All right, looky there. Woo.
This is from Eddie. This one's called
Big faces with large masking things.
Oh, I told you. So we were talking about it. He was all excited, and I said, yeah, I think this is a really good long hauler.
It would be. And
Halfways.
Think of it like this. If you use this size for the page of your book, you could flip it over and you could have them open up, and so that they would match up.
I think it would also accompany the bridges that Yolande.
Oh, yes. They are of the same.
I think some fun
Feel
things could happen
to
between
it.
those two. They would be friends.
Yes. Marry up those two.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the... And honestly, for the book, you might want to use this, because this area out here, you could have that be background for something else. So then this would just show, oh, I can just think of all, yeah. My brain's just going bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
My problem is I have a lot more ideas than I have time to.
I think everybody sort of feels that way. That is a common, I've heard that before. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
so if you wanted to make a slightly smaller book, here you go. And I don't think at this point.
And if you need aliens or anything, you know, kind of spaceshipy, you can always check out Fran's stuff, because she's got all kinds of things in the shop that would go well with these as well. Tambien.
Yes, Tambien. And her falling person.
Oh yes, the falling.
tried to
Oh, like
find
they were
my
being,
falling-
or that they were being sucked up into the
Falling person. I lost the falling people. I don't know what happened to them.
done just falling out
Because
of.
I remember I actually appropriated one and just used it.
Oh, the alien garden. I know. God, see, there's
Yes.
some oldies but goodies. Telling y'all.
Oh, well, I already said that, so I don't need that anymore. It's just in case I get, you know, carried away with something. And all right, what have we here?
Hi, Carver. Oh, now this is Complicated Love by Miriam.
Complicated love, isn't it all? I love it.
It also
This
has
could even
some,
go with this one that I just showed you.
Is
Because-
Evie here? Evie, do you remember Water Babies? And whenever I sent that to you, like what you said, I was thinking that this had sort of a similar feel to it. If Evie's here, or when she watches back, she'll just be cracking up. If she remembers.
Teleported people, absolutely.
I don't even think we have Water Babies in the shop anymore.
No, I have it over here somewhere. I find it every now and then.
That was for Mo. It was a special request. Not everybody understood Water Babies.
No,
It was a...
yeah. It was one of those things that you had to be there
Yeah.
kind of thing. Here it is in this size. Now, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, hey.
I'm a little concerned, Miriam. Pulling this
But here's the
dude
thing.
off the page.
Here's the thing. I think it's another long hauler. So there's not going to be a
You're not going to be pulling it up and off
down.
and whatever.
It's not one that I think you want to do a bunch of quick pulls, or especially
Yeah.
like when it's brand new, because yeah, you have the chance that it could come up and pull.
And-
But I don't. It's not hooky, so
Well, it really isn't, but here's what I would do if I wanted to give it a little bit more stability. I would give it a bit of a tape here
yeah.
and a bit of a tape here. And I don't think that that's going to take away from your design, especially if this... Should I just go ahead and do that?
Yeah, show people how to do that.
All right. This is how I would do this one. Now, I don't always do them like this.
Now that's kind of thick stuff. Don't you have any?
Yeah, it is, but
thinner? Here.
No, I need the thick.
Here.
I'm going to do something completely different than I don't do usually.
Oh, changing it up.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape, and you might be right, it might be a little bit fat.
Okay. Well, tell her we talked about her and she'll remember. Trish, do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if Trish knows. I mean, I still think about that conversation. Just makes me giggle. Okay,
All right.
well, she'll have to tell you about it.
Okay, so now I'm going to use these little scissors that I never use. I really could have been a lot more careful about
You
that.
could have. You were a little sloppy with your...
I was a little sloppy with my tape. I didn't have to tape it up quite that far.
That's why I said that big tape was a little much, but it's all right. You do you. Hello, Kathy. I don't know.
Now
if I
this is a
tell
fast job. I always spend a lot more time cleaning up and modifying these edges to match up to the ones that are already there.
her. Just giving a little quickie.
I don't want to bore you to tears here. All right, now why is this not sticking?
Because you want it to.
Stupid washi tape. That's why.
It only sticks when you don't want it.
It only sticks when you don't want it to. All right. So what we're going to do there is we're going to mirror that
And the thing about these with the big openings is they are so wonderful to then layer with the more intricate designs.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about. All right, you know, if you have some intricate design and you're like, I really need something, and this one's a nice one because it has some like larger areas that are blocked out, but
I'm
yet
just having a hard time finding a
open.
place to hold this.
I noticed that. You turn it and it's like, no, that's not right. Nope. This is kind of like when the cat and the dog are trying to, you know, lay down and they keep circling.
Yeah. I want those to be
Yes, Eddie.
points there.
And I will do my very best to get samples out to everybody, to the designers that need them.
Okay, what I may do here,
Again, just be patient
work
with me.
better. But that's the one place, and see, can you see the difference in the floppiness of it?
Oh.
I'm going to put that up. Yeah. That one little spot there is going to keep it from doing this.
Yeah.
All right, you stencil designers out there, are you paying attention?
Y'all just do what you need to do, and we cut them, and then she can do whatever she wants to do. Because
Oh, this is true.
we always give permission for those of you that purchase your stencils. You can do whatever you want with them once they are yours.
Exactly. If you paid for them, you know, they're yours.
We still have a couple more.
Now, I don't know.
Okay. Hey,
Yo,
you're kind of going off on in the weeds
what is it?
because you got some more to show.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay, something like that will help hold those together right there. And that's, I don't know that that's my final decision on that one, but for now it is. Where's my cord?
And I think Miriam plans on showing these soon
Oh, okay.
on her channel. So.
There you go, Miriam. All
And
right.
I'm sure Eddie, as soon as I get him his samples, then you'll see some cool things that he's going to do with his.
And I don't know that I'm going to get to any of these today. What I intended to do. Okay, Maya showed me these. I was just like, oh my God, this just cracks me up so much. I love it. And remember our cow we had in the other one? Well, I think this is its friend.
This is cousin.
Cousin.
The little chickies. Upside down. There you go. Well, sideways good too. Okay.
I have the
That's the
same
gr-
feeling. Going,
that's the grandma
oh my God, is
chicken.
that all really me there?
Yeah, I think that's the grandma chicken.
That's the grandma chicken. We should give her spectacles. And here's the chicks.
the one's getting talked to over there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. These are by Christy Hartman. These are farm friends.
Farm friends.
I think that's what we call them, right?
Then we've got this pig. And we've got the
There's the inquisitive pig.
inquisitive pig. The pig that's telling you something.
That Noe pig.
The Noe pig.
There's a Noe pig and the inquisitive pig.
And then we have our
Horse.
equine. I don't know if he's
A donkey or...
donkey or a...
He's a little stout.
It might be. I really want him to have eyes.
Well, you can give him eyes once
I'll just poke him some eyes.
Or you can draw them on once you've done whatever you
You
need
certainly
to.
can.
Just do.
And I love the little barnyard fence, which you could, it can be a ladder or it can be a fence.
Oh, it could be. And it's, it could go either way, too.
Absolutely.
It's by Stencil.
Absolutely. And what you might do is just cut off that part, and then you could just keep it going.
There you go. Fence that just keeps on going.
And you don't have to cut that off. Just cover it up with tape, and then if you want to get it back, then you can. Do you see what I'm saying? You'd hook that part up with this one when you did the next
Yeah, so it's a step and repeat.
iteration. Well, I
They
just
call
think
that step and repeat.
it's what?
Step and repeat.
Step and repeat. There you go.
Or board, what do they call it?
Now remember to put your barn slightly in the background because it's
Scale
far
wise.
away.
Scale wise.
But your fence is up close. So you can, fence your cows and your...
She doesn't have opinions about anything.
I don't. I just, these just, I love them so much. I just do.
Hello, Melissa.
And I think...
I know, the little chickies, they're just so cute.
It's so funny. But actually, I think the cow is one of my favorites. And I thought that was funny because when
Yeah, she
told
got the
Mariah,
package. She's like, oh, this is perfect. So she's got
goes with my
in another year we'll have a...
All right, I keep these out and put these in a little envelope.
And then put them in your box.
And put a label on them.
Oh, wonderful. Susan Anderson says the Missouri farm girl absolutely loves the farm friends. Great job, Christy.
I do. I do. And look, Christy, watch me do this.
Oh, yes. And like the mushrooms being turned into mermaids by Z. Mm-hmm.
Just thought that was great.
Yep.
I laughed out loud when I said that, and I thought, oh my God, only Xander would think of something like that. I did not see that.
There are wings, and then Candy, stand by, because there might be some flying pigs coming up, in months to come.
Oh.
I can only get so much done, okay?
I left you.
Remember, we have almost, how many designers? I think 14 now-ish.
Oh.
And they usually submit anywhere from 1 to 3, which I've been kind of tapping that back to more like 1 or 2 for each one to get out during each month. So yeah,
Woohoo!
Fish, y'all. This is by Yolande. Devin Rex, she's here in the chat as well. I'm so glad that y'all are here today. Okay, let's see here.
Okay.
Plenty o' fish. I knew there was some other words with it. I just couldn't remember. Plenty o' fish. I love the fish. I think there's a lot of potential with the fish.
I think so too. I think I would like to just dedicate a whole thing to those.
Mm-hmm. Hello,
Yeah.
Susanna. Thank you.
Those little fish too.
Susanna says, Mrs. P, you are one of a kind. I know that's right. She is.
Yeah, well, that has...
Hi, Jamie.
It's upside and it's downside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to go to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
Having, issues with my back. Okay. Here's the thing. When I'm going through these stencils, and a lot of times I don't talk about one, but in the back of my brain, it's computing. And I'm thinking that's going to be one of those sleepers there.
Yeah, that all of a sudden you're
I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to go, I remember. And hopefully I'll be able to find it. That's always the other.
This one's called Lucky, what is it? Okay. Lucky Loops. Kind of gearing up towards the March, more leprechaun-y, that kind of thing.
Oh,
St.
yes,
Patrick's
definitely.
Day. There we go.
Has a little bit of that whole vibe of the
This one is also by Yolande.
repeated designs, like on Celtic.
I sent you a message
whatnot.
today. We didn't know either until this morning.
What?
That's really how things happen around here. I know. I think that some of y'all think that we are more organized than we actually are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
And here we go. And this could be one of those ones, where I have two things going on and use this on my 8x10 plate.
Yeah.
So that I've got like a design inside of a design, and you could even have this on the outside.
Easterly too. Yes.
And then you've got that all the way around, except you might want to go ahead and do this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really kind of like that other one. But can you see how overlapping that would be?
Yeah. Cool.
Very cool.
So that's
Alrighty, so
the new stuff for today, y'all.
That's the offerings for today. Now, I'm going to come back over here.
Do you have your piles organized? You kind of do. Things look better over there.
Well, it isn't, you know.
No, it ain't awesome, but
no,
it's better. I'll take it.
Okay, so, you know, I was lying awake, and didn't I have another one of these?
Yeah, there's no. Well, your two hearts are there.
But where's the outsides from the other heart? This one.
Oh, that I don't know. I'm not in charge of your. Did you cut it up?
No, I didn't cut it up, but I think I maybe used it and I didn't put it back with the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I did with the other.
We are always busy. That is, I was telling P the other day.
There's no downtime.
We're never bored. I'm never bored.
All right, well, I'll just have to tell you about it then. Chucky darns. So,
Oh, you did use it for Izzy's stuff, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably wherever some of that is.
That's wherever some of that is. Well, anyway, it'll turn up. And here's how I intended to use it. I intended to use this and have Mariah,
Hi, Carla.
okay, you know, do this and then have her use her powder on it and make it into a
Embossed. Heat embossed.
Heat embossed heart.
Uh-huh.
Then once she did that, what I would like to do, because somebody said you could
Yes.
overprint your,
Yes.
okay, so that would be one color. And then over the top of that, once that's done, do this design. Don't you think that would be cool?
Yes. Are we going to do that? Or?
I would like to do that.
Okay.
If that's,
I'm cool with that.
are you good with that?
I can always get to my stuff. I love
Okay.
that you left me this note over here, by the way, but we'll get to that on Monday.
Oh, did you see that? Wasn't that sweet?
I'm starting to get like you, like with my piles over here, and it's becoming a bit reckless.
Okay, now what am I getting here? Oh,
Oh, and there's those.
what I'm getting here is this paper that I meant to cut, and I apologize ahead of time. I'm going to use a bit of black and then bring in some white also. Tommy, I need the chopper, Mariah, if you could.
So are we?
All right, here, I'll just hand you this and you can cut it.
I can't.
Oh, you can't because you've got too much stuff there. So here was what I was thinking. Because Mariah has, I know she has some kind of iridescent color in your powders.
Yeah,
Can you see about that?
I can.
So, and here's what, you know, I used to just make cards and just say, oh, well, this is how it's going to be. And I don't want a real big one because the little boxes of chocolates that I got for Izzy to give her teacher
Yeah, you don't want the card to outsize
the box.
Yeah.
So we're going with, the inside dimensions of the card need to be 5 by 4. Everybody remember that.
Kind of rearranging things.
5 by 4. And I don't know where I got this piece of black, but I found it and I was very excited about it.
Well, is it square?
No, it's rectangular.
Is it super thick? Or
No.
fairly thick?
Yeah, it's like cardstock.
Oh,
almost.
okay, well then it's their heavy black chipboard.
Heavy black chipboard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this was, gosh, why didn't I, 4, so I'm going to need to go 4.
Yeah.
Help me remember that number. 4, and then less than 5, right? Oh, no, less than 5.5.
Yeah.
All right, that's
I do. I have one pile. I don't have multiple piles. I have one pile. But it is becoming a situation over here. And then my baby's got like, 3 or 4 piles.
What did I say? God, why can't I remember that? My God.
4 by 5.5.
Did I do 4? Yeah, okay. 5.5. Dear Lord, I don't think that, is that what my other one was?
Or you can make it a little less than 5.5.
Okay, that's good. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut another one here.
Oh, I'm supposed to be looking for iridescent. I think it's actually up on the cart.
I apologize. I know that's not terribly entertaining. And I think what happened was I squirreled. And I was thinking, I need to cut that paper, and then I don't know, something else happened. As, you know.
Alright, well this has a mixture of some blue stuff in with it, but
well, that wouldn't.
I don't think that's a deal breaker.
I don't think it is a deal breaker either. So, that's more or less clear, right? And I'm going to offset it because I want to be able to write up here. And then I will put this on too. And I want to stay away from the edges because I might have to trim off a little bit more to make it into the card that fits into the thing. This is what's going to go on the front of the card. This is not.
Hey, this is your vision. I just need to know where I'm supposed to stamp and what I'm supposed to heat emboss.
Oh.
But I guess it's good that you're explaining to everyone.
Absolutely. So I'm not going to do anything here. You're going to do this all over there.
Yeah.
All right. So do you see where I've got my
Yeah, you should tape it off and tape it down, and well, don't get it into the little heart hole. Heart hole. Whole heart.
All right, so while she's doing that, I'm going to give you an alternative method of doing this. And what I'd like you to do is like you to do one with,
Oh, wonderful. So Miriam is going to showcase her stencil on this coming Monday with Diana. The theme of that stream will be love.
all right, I just want it on here somewhere and I can cut it out.
Okay.
This is going to be an actual card, so don't mess that up. Now, while Mariah's doing that...
Okay, well, whoa.
Whoa.
Because she just gave me new information that I don't really understand. Okay, so I'm going to heat emboss this with the iridescent. Is that correct?
Yes.
What am I supposed to be doing with this?
The same thing.
Oh.
I want...
Gotcha.
Okay,
That's it?
because on top of both of them, remember, I'm going to use the fancy heart, this stuff.
Yeah, fancy heart. This
Fancy
stuff.
heart. The fussy fancy heart. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to take my impasto. Oh, let's see, I had it here and then I thought this morning when I was putting stuff away, I was like, well, I don't need that. Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's good. This one.
And then I also wanted to do one with the with butter. Now I think that's going to be, and I'm just going to use my envelope here to kind of think. Okay, so now if I want to cut this out and place it onto my card surface, I'll still have room for the sentiment. Or I could have it going this way. And then I could use, dadgummit, what did I do with all the rest of those little jobbers?
What are you talking about?
The heart stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh well, we'll just get it this far, and you know it'll be good. But it'll be good. Okay, impasto, clear gel acrylic medium, and this is the really thick stuff with this little Yeah. Whoa. I love that that seals up like that. It just makes me very happy.
Maybe on the back of these cards we could put a link to the stream.
Back. Oh, we should send her one of our cards.
We should.
Would that be rude?
If you'd like to see your card being made, sort of.
You can go here.
You can go here.
Now this is going to be kind of tricky because I want it to go all the way out past the edges, and I've given myself a little bit more, you know,
Where's the situation?
room, so that when I get ready to cut this down and use it as a part of the card.
It's a QR code on the back. See, Deb knows what I'm throwing out there.
What did she say?
Little marketing, little QR code.
So I do want my edges to be fairly clean. Making sure that I've got my design everywhere I need it to be there, because that's going to be really important to this next
Phase.
Okay, now I got to get that off of there without totally mucking up the whole design.
You need a little pokey tool.
Well, I do, but I don't know where it is, so we're just going to
Hi, Carol. How are you?
do with that. All right, now look at that. That's going to dry clear. You're not going to be able to see it, okay? And we're going to do the same thing on the little white piece here.
Oh, that's right. Did you guys do your zine thing yesterday? I'm telling you.
White on white here. Don't you love it? That's why I did the black first, because I was so...
I have passed judgment, therefore.
I have passed judgment on someone else, and I immediately... See, that's the universe has a way of doing that. If you get all judgy...
It says, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, okay, how about this?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yes, did you guys do your zine thing? Is that coming up, or was that yesterday? I'm telling you, yesterday, just... I mean, once we did the whole dentist thing, like, everything else after that was just not happening.
Yeah, because the little baby was needy right up to bedtime. Oh, and I got some ugly spot. Oh,
thankfully we had gotten orders pretty much done, so we were able to take those away, run to the store, and get her the Motrin and Tylenol, because that's what the dentist recommended, is both of those, to have those on hand, which thankfully she only really needed kind of one dose of each.
I know, I was
yeah, I was kind of worried, and I think he was too. He called us.
The dentist called.
Yeah, and said, hey, here's my cell phone number. So, like, I don't think that happens a lot. He's super nice. Izzy loves him. He's quirky.
He's quirky. He has 3 cats. Enough said, right? I thought he sounded wonderful. He's
yes. That looks so cool.
I just told Mariah, I said, if you're going to err on the part of children, just give me the little weird and wonderful rather than some a-hole that's, says, open your mouth and shut up.
Yeah.
Kind of person, especially with my baby. I don't care if they do that to other kids, but not my baby. There, that's how my life works.
Explains her just in a
All
nutshell.
right, we're going to go ahead and do another one of those, only this time, and I should wash that.
Well, I was trying to get this done so I can heat gun just the, turn it on once. So I got that.
And I wished it had, made another black one there. I don't know why. Because I gave that one to Mariah.
Kind of running fast and loose over here with my...
Are you?
Powders, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll forgive you.
Okay. So you said you were cutting this other one out, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably going to cut all of them out.
Okay.
I just want to get this on there and have it come out to past the edge so that I can work with that and have that be... Because see, where there isn't the impasto, that's going to be the plain paper, right? Everybody got that? So this is a little bit like doing...
Even if you don't, just give a thumbs up in the chat and we'll work it out as we go.
Yeah. We'll get back with you. And it's really hard to tell you're getting a good coat on this white paper.
I've got 40
I
minutes.
must say.
I don't,
I've got 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm knocking off pieces of... This is why you should have your... You should clean up your...
Yeah.
Because I'm knocking off pieces of other crap that's already on there. And where is my scraper? Did your husband run off with that again?
Scraper. With the blade? Yeah, I took it, actually.
Well, can you get that back to me? That's how I clean these things. And they haven't been...
Yeah.
I haven't had a good clean here lately. And see, I've got ucky stuff out there.
Will do.
I think I got that one, but I don't know that one... I think it's on the stencil. All right, we're good.
Okay, I did much better on that one. All right, I'm gonna heat gun. Or is there anything else I need to prep here?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, bye, Becky.
I'm going to give these a quick clean off just so they don't get stuck together. Now this is really, you know, because of those little points doing this kind of stuff. I would say that the impasto is not as bad as the texture paste, but see those little areas right there? Those are easily clogged up.
And it builds up.
Builds up in there. So, and it's especially true because on the clear stuff, you don't know.
You don't know, and if you don't know, you don't know.
You're gonna know when you're like,
trying to use it again.
Crap! What happened to my nice stencil and all that nice, crisp design there?
Heat gun.
Heat gun.
Oh, I'm not following. I need to follow Jeanette's. She says, "Let the heat gun heat up."
Let the heat gun heat up.
Yes.
Really.
I try to listen.
Okay, I'm trying to place this because this is already, I don't know what I was doing down there, but it's already mucked about. I'm cleaning off the edge of that so I don't get some more of those funky specks that probably won't show up so much on this anyway.
There you go. Boom shakalaka.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry, there was some blue mixed in. It just is what it is. Somebody contaminated the jar.
Look at that. Now see, isn't that wonderful? But remember, I'm going to cut these out anyway. Or... Now, how are we going to do this, Mariah?
Oh, how are we doing what? Yeah.
You're just going to do over the top of it. All right, one on that, and then one with this.
So what are we putting on top of there?
Red. I mean, definitely red on the white. I don't know about...
Okay.
Talk to me about that other one.
Talk to me about that other one.
Talk to me about that other one.
Discuss options and whatnot.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's going to be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, see how I took that up there, and I'm going to try to do that scraping here so that I get nice edges there.
Oh, Christy Hartman would like to know why are you using impasto versus light and fluffy?
Because I want to experiment here with adding and having things go into the, because some people don't have them. And you can do this with any heavy-bodied shell.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of doing this for a, I guess,
Options.
yeah. And see, I got some other stuff there. Oh, I don't really care. What the hey. deal with that later.
All right, so I have the fire engine red.
Oh, I'm liking that.
Yeah, but remember,
I know.
it goes kind of pinky, which I guess for this purpose is not a big deal. The fire engine red just doesn't stay as red as you'd like it to. Please note what is happening here. That bluish tint, it's pulling. It's
from the paper.
Bleaching. No, what am I?
Leaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's coming through the edges.
But I like where you're going with this.
Okay, now let's give this a little bit of a wipe. Should take it to the bathroom and do a bit of a scrub on a surface for that.
A little scrub on the surface.
Scrub on the surface. All right, now Mariah's got the other stuff over there, so I'm at this point pretty much done with what it was that where I was going to go with this. Clean up.
I got an idea, and hopefully you're just gonna, go with me on this. Yeah, that's not doing what I wanted it to.
Okay.
Should kind of
Mariah's doing that.
in reverse.
Get my stuff put away here because that's just the kind of person I am to clean up as soon as I can.
That's the kind of person she's being today.
That's because I have to. That's when I really just get after things and do them.
I'll be
Perfectly honest. There's,
Hi,
I
Naomi.
don't need to. Okay. Now, you can come in with your finger and kind of smooth out some of those if they're especially, lumpy. You don't want them to be. You can still smooth them out slightly with your finger. I'm not worried about that because remember we're going to cut around that and use the roundabout on that. All right, putting these over here so that I don't accidentally put something on top of them and smush them flat again. But see, as this is drying on the outside, see how it's leaving that little bit of film there, but you can see the difference in the you will be able to see the difference in the way things
All right, peoples.
show up eventually.
I don't know about all this.
Okay. Now, hopefully I can find what I was going to do for today. All right, so this is where I really started thinking about this. Right there.
Y'all having a good time? For those of you that have come in, do say
Right
hello
here.
in the chat if you haven't already. We got, another 30 minutes of this, experimental who's it, what's it.
Who's it, what's it?
Mm-hmm.
This is, and I'm hoping that once those dry, I'm going to be able to come back in with my, say, one of the metallics, or, pardon me.
Okay.
I love what happened with this, purple here.
Billy. Hey, we have a question.
We do.
So, Star Traveler, that's Linda, asked how long does it take for the impasto? Because, it's not, clear gesso. She's using impasto right now. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, it really is, and it's probably not going to be done before the end of the thing here. So I'm going to drag out some that I'm hopefully going to be able to find them. I thought I had them right here. Oh, here they are.
She did.
I did. Sometimes I make these piles, and I'm like, okay, now am I going to remember where that is and why I put it there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got that stuff and that stuff. Now this is one we can do, except that's not.
Okay. Now here's the thing. I can wipe this off. It has not been set. I think it looks pretty cool, but it's not, FP.
Oh, I don't care. I love it. Oh, I love it. It's weirdness.
Very tricky.
Weirdness and wonderfulness. Oh, yes, it's fabulous.
Okay.
That is definitely a keeper.
Okay.
Okay, so these ones, I think that's it. Then I did do this one on, but I'm not really ready to talk about that one quite yet because I'm not really happy about it. Oh, we will do that later. And here's a whole bunch of pieces.
Sometimes I find things and I ask her about it. She's like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now.
I'm not ready to address that at this point in time. Okay, so we've got the impasto on here, and we did this, I don't know, 3 or 4.
A while back.
Yeah, a long time ago. But it was the same thing that we just did today, right? With the clear impasto.
Did you give me the heart back?
No, did you want it?
Yeah, I need to heat it.
Oh, crap.
I was saying that, yeah, I was like, oh God, I hope you there was something.
Well, don't overheat it.
Okay, here. Just slow your horses down for a second.
Don't melt that stuff together all the way. Because I'm very much in love with it right now.
Well, I know, but I mean, you don't want it all fluffing off either.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is impasto covered with, not impasto, this is light and fluffy with a coat of gesso over the top, right? Everybody got that?
Everybody got that?
Everybody got that. And then this is the flour. Here it goes this way. This is the flour. Can you see it?
Hey, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you gotta cut that out, because, I mean, you told me that you're going to, so.
I'm going to.
Good.
But what I'm thinking before I cut this out, now this is dry. It's not going to.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good. I can put
Go nuts.
other things on top of it.
Go nuts.
What I'm thinking about doing here, so that I don't have to be so,
Particular.
careful, because cutting around that and whatnot, we're just going to add something that's going to give it a little bit of a, and Izzy will be good with this pink. Pink and red go good together. I don't know if this is the thing to do, and Mariah may be having a hissy fit over there. Always wash your brush out. Well, I always wash my brush out because I don't always remember if I did.
Oh, good golly. This is definitely some testing.
But see, I want to make it go out around the outside.
Hi, Teresa.
Blot, blot, blot. So that when I cut that out, I can be creative and go around the outside of that and have it
With a nice little outline of
with a
pink.
nice little pink outline rather than a big old white. Hey man, really bad cut job there.
How did that happen? Oh, good God.
Okay, so look at how wonderful that is, and even that, it even gave a little bit of a pink, a little bit of a pinkish glow inside there, where the embossing powder didn't completely cover. So I'm very pleased with that.
I'm also very pleased with that. It's weird, but it's wonderful. It's very, very PM Artist Studio.
That's right. Okay. There, we've got that. All right, so we're going to get back over here too, and we're going to kind of change gears here because that.
I just want y'all to know there's some shenanigans happening.
What?
I got red stuff everywhere. It came off the lid and then.
Oh, well, that's okay. We forgive you.
Jeez Louise.
All right, so we're going to our, and remember these are ones that I'm probably going to try to use for my journal. So we know this mixture is going to be in between sort of our red iron and yellow. Anyway, that's what I think. I don't know.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Mariah's making messes over there, and I'm making messes here.
Yolanda says, Mariah, that should be your new tagline. PM Artist Studio, weird but wonderful. It's very fitting. On like multiple levels, is it?
I
fitting?
told Mariah today, I said, I have some stuff together, but you know, I don't really know
Sort
where
of
I'm going to
little
go with this stuff.
hodgepodge of
And
things.
she said, that's okay. Sometimes those are our best.
That's when we're best.
Our best ones. It's where we didn't know where it was going. Okay, that needs to, that doesn't have enough contrast and it's not really bringing this out. So we're going to bring in my favorite over here, which is brown.
I am just bumbly today.
I don't know what I'm getting hung up on there. Now, when you do this, you kind of want to move along at a pretty good speed because you will be leaving behind, you know, well, I don't know, you know, you may not really care. Funky,
Personal.
funky brush strokes. Oh, I did get out to the edge there. And you can always bring in a wet wipe. God. If you want to get, you know, a little bit. But it's just it's kind of a fun way to start, and this may not be your stopping point, but you've got something down, and it looks kind of cool. I mean, you know, it looks kind of old and kind of, and we could actually cut this in two and have 2 tags instead of 1. That can be determined later. Probably should have addressed this other side before.
We're learning things, y'all.
Yeah. This is a walk along with me.
A walk along.
A walk along.
Come here.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun, right? I don't know if that was fun or not. Okay, so I've got my purple here. Let's do this one in purple. And there'll be a little bit of stuff left on my brush, so.
Okay, well, I had a thought, and I'm just going to hold this up for you to see. I can just kind of scrape all this off of here, and it just...
Okay, what I want you to do is
look.
just hold that thought, because
Okay.
I've already started my thing here.
Okay.
And
Mine is in no hurry.
yours isn't
I'll
going
just kind
anywhere.
of
Nothing's
contain
dry.
some of this.
Right?
Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, Naomi. Yeah, I know. I sent her those things.
What?
She said that Eloise has been talking about us and using stencils and stuff. Oh, good golly. But is this a recent one? Because they use stuff during the December Fembra, and I just haven't had a chance to check. And I don't know if she tags me, or I haven't really even looked at who's been tagging me much lately. So that could be it too.
It's just very, very faint.
Oh, good gosh.
And what you can do is come back over this with tissue paper and do some other,
Loving the watercolor look. That's what
Technique-y, yes.
Rhonda says.
And you can actually use watercolors. I'm just using, because that's what I have here. These are just watered down acrylics, which, they behave a lot.
Oh, I also want to say that I did order her permanent rose, but in my hurriedness, I ordered her watercolor. I was like, yeah, that's not. I was like, dang, why is this tube so little and so expensive? Well, that's why.
Yeah.
So I'm sending that back.
I think we want to make some more of these.
Yeah, you like that? Well, here, hold on here. So I don't know what this is gonna look like. I'm just holding it up for you.
You don't want to show
that? No, I don't.
Show
'Cause I don't-
everybody?
No.
I think we should show everybody. Oh, come on. It's just as good to show people what not to do.
Make sure when you show. Yeah, give me that.
She just gave me that.
Yeah, I did. Make sure
Annoyed look.
when you show it that you give because you can see the design in there. I think it will be cool when
Oh,
it's
you
heated.
haven't heated it yet.
No.
Whoa! She knocked me over. Did you see that? What's all this other stuff around the outside?
Well, because I thought that maybe it would be cool. But I don't know.
Okay, so do you see what she's saying? There's stuff out there.
Don't rub.
Oh, I just touched it.
Good golly.
But I think you still got plenty there. Well, let's see what happens. Golly.
Okay.
You know, you don't know till you know.
That's right.
And I'll just be over here showing my...
Well, I don't know. Can y'all hear very well? I don't know if the,
It shuts it off after a little while. Somebody told me that. I don't
Perfect.
remember who. Oh, here, we've got this one. Let's
well,
do
I don't
this
know
one.
if ours does that for sure, but if y'all can still hear if it, like, makes the heat gun, you know, sound less heat gunny.
Less heat gunning. Okay, this one's maybe a little bit stronger than that last one that I put out there. But let's... Ooh. And remember, this is different. This is using the, light and fluffy.
Okay. See, that looks pretty flipping cool, I think, but it's kind of weird.
Okay, well, you can see this one has a little bit more of a red violet tinge to it than the other one.
Thank you, Jennifer.
So that's cool.
Here, look.
Just a minute. Got to do a bit of blotting.
Okay, it has very interesting texture. And this could be one of those things where interesting is one of those things where you're like, oh, that's interesting.
Means it's actually food. Sometimes I really do mean
Yeah.
interesting is interesting. Sometimes I'm like,
But it's one of those ones you don't,
wow.
you know.
now it's making me think about some things, but mainly just, you know, what not to do. But look at these together. Don't those look fabulous? Okay, hand it over. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's wet. I love it.
Here, and what about, here, I got another idea. I mean, we can't make this thing any worse. Come here, give me that. Let me see that.
I just kind of like it. You know, I like black hearts anyway.
I don't know if this is what we want to give the teacher or not.
What are you doing now? What is
Things.
that stuff called?
This is the oxide stuff.
Oh, are you rubbing it in?
I'm rubbing it in.
She's rubbing it in.
Rubbing it in.
Ah, yes, Rhonda says I'm in the zone. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, how else are you going to get that? I don't know. And it may not be the very last thing that you do. And here's what's cool, too. Look at how this is pooling up. Because when you drag your knife over the surface of that thing, it kind of takes out a little bit in the middle of the open places.
Open places.
So that's kind of collected. Now, if you don't want that to happen, all you have to do is just make sure you keep it really even and you're not pushing down a lot. You get better at this stuff.
Maybe.
You know, I don't know what Mariah's doing over there, but
She's not talking about my stuff.
I'm not talking about her stuff. All right, well, we'll cut this heart out.
She's only speaking
Oh, I
for-
should cut this heart out using those funky scissors.
You should. Here. Which one's
Izzy would love that.
Which
I've
one's-
got the green ones over here. So
Here, these are more hearty, though.
those are more what?
Hearty.
Arty?
Hearty.
Oh, hearty.
Hearty.
Well, there you go.
Oh, that did not make this better. See, I'm not very good on the fly like this.
I'm not.
You're better.
I'm not too good at this. Cutting out this with these scissors. They kind of have a mind of their own.
They do.
But I think that's going to work. Look at that.
That's okay.
Oh, there's some little
Yeah.
doohickeys here. I don't know.
If y'all are having a good time, do let us know.
Let's go God up a little bit more. Hey,
Good God, it could only get better. Not really.
Just
Mine's
pass me that thing. I can make it work.
Are you sure? I'm a little embarrassed. I don't want anybody to see this. This is like going the way of my wing that time, you know? But it did finally, you know, pull out, and it just really had...
Hey, you know, one nice thing about doing things for a 6-year-old, her level of expectation is not...
It's really quite wonderful.
Now, you know, when it's going to get really annoying is when she's a teenager.
She does have moments, though, like, that she's like, yeah, that's not what I was thinking.
Now, look at that. Just...
Here.
I think that's just cute as a button. Hand me that black thing.
All right. Eddie says this guy's having a good time. Fantastic.
All right.
Always a good time, Sharon says. Wonderful. Fran's going to bed. We love you. Go to bed.
I definitely will need a nap today. Oh, this cuts a little harder than that other paper.
Cheryl's also going to bed. So I don't know what that says about my question there.
This is the dark heart.
But fair enough. Yes, the dark heart.
I mean, I'm really...
Well, and it's wet. That's probably not the time to, like,
I know, but I'm ready to put this baby to bed.
It needs to. Put it out of its misery. There were moments of goodness.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Because I do think there are redeeming parts to this. I mean, really, there are. I know it's sort of hard for you to see those. But it just, you know, defining the shape of the heart again.
Yeah.
So we can separate it from its blackness. Black hole of nothingness.
Yes.
Do some little dotties around the edge. See, it's already feeling a little bit more cheerful.
Uh-huh.
Not,
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to send, you know, our PM Artist Studio a little flyer thing with this. I mean, maybe they'll think as he did it. Which that's fine. That's,
I don't know either.
but then if they watch this stream, they'll realize that we did it, and then...
Well, what you can do is you've got
Hi,
a good...
Lazima.
You can turn it over to the other side. It doesn't have anything on it yet.
The better side is the side that has nothing.
Black heart.
Yes.
You could offset them here and, you know, a shadowed heart. Izzy likes that shadow business.
She does.
I don't really know, other than...
No, it's... This was a whole lot of...
Hey, you know what I can do? Just hand me the heart thing. Hey, give me the heart thing.
Which heart?
You know,
thing?
I hate to give up on something.
I know you do.
Give me the heart stencil.
Okay, well, let me
Back,
get the
please.
gooey stuff off of it.
Yes, please do. God knows I don't want that kind
Yeah.
of thing happening there.
You gave me a very difficult task.
I did.
I want
That
y'all
was
to
not very nice, really. Now, what the hell did I do with mine? There it
And
is.
see, you just got to pull out a bunch of cool things that were, you know, like working and dried, and it's like, no, just here. Try to do this little tiny thing, and then heat it up.
We're gonna make this work.
I think that in theory, what I was doing could work, but you would have to spend a lot of time doing it, and it's not a... Hi, Gretchen. It is not a during stream time kind of situation. Yeah. Devin says, yeah, just keep layering until you're happy. That's her motto. Okay. That might help this.
Well, it dang sure ain't gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
That's one of the nice things about really screwing something up right away. You don't have that compunction about, oh man, I want to be really careful because this is looking really good. You're like, well, let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the dog could puke on it and it'd be worse. But
Maybe. Maybe.
Now this is light and fluffy.
Oh, it is. Oh, good. Because, you know, that'll probably pull up some of the purple, which might be cool. Because I used that Distress Oxide stuff on there. And I think it would.
Great.
Oh, were you not aware? I thought I had mentioned that. You weren't hearing me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That was the situation. Now you do.
the situation.
Surprise!
Now look at that. It looks like a little, you know, licorice heart. And
I think that's super cute. Okay, I'll go wash that.
Thank you, ma'am, because I've got to clean off this edge
Although
here.
I've walled myself in, kind of like you do. I gotta move the trash can.
And you can get to these, if you get to these right away, you can clean off that edge. Make yourself a little pointed tool there. I'm just going to leave that one. You know how you used to make stumps to blend charcoal?
Oh, yeah.
It's certainly not mine.
Oh, thanks. Mo even put a link in. That's one of our affiliate links over there on Amazon.
There we go. Redemption.
It is. And I'm kind of excited. I kind of hope some of that purple does soak up through there because I think that'll be extra interesting.
Yeah, and you won't be able to tell for a little while.
Yeah, it'll take some time.
I mean, it really won't. But I definitely think that that's a good possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this stuff is getting near to dry. But I'm probably going to let it...
Now, what's your thought with, like, what do you...
Oh, what am I going to do on this one? I'm going to take... pardon me. I'm going to take one of the watercolor... Pardon me. One of the watercolor, you know, metallics.
Okay.
And paint over the top of these. And then, you know, and cut it around here and then have that part be the card.
Yeah.
I don't know that you'll see much of the outside. It just depends on what happens. You know, how much I leave around there. But, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. I mean, I think we've done some pretty cool stuff.
Hey, I could sprinkle some shiny stuff on top of that light and fluffy while it's drying. It's fine. She didn't like that idea.
Well, I'm just thinking about it. Do you have something that's like crystal clear?
Yeah.
Well, do that. I think that'd be a great idea. But now, is that background stuff dry? It's not going to stick down in the crevices? Because that's going to really irk me if that happens.
Oh, well, yeah, that could happen. So let's not do that.
I think it would be better if I want the white to be colored to come back in after it's finished. I can either use glue.
Yeah.
Or I can just paint it on very carefully with my teeny tiny 3-bristle brush.
Or like, and use the watercolor stuff and it'll
Use
look
the watercolor
fabulous.
stuff.
Could even kind of ombre it.
I could.
Yeah.
That'd be definitely something to think about.
Well, it will dry tonight, and I guess this is going to be going, because it needs to go to school tomorrow.
Oh, these need to go to school tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to have them done. I'll have to finish these later, and we'll just take pictures in the
and then
light thing and
be on the lookout for some photographic
evidence
of what
that we actually
happened.
pulled this off and we weren't just, you know, whistling Dixie and blowing smoke up your
patooties.
Annular orifices.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So today's Thursday. That means we will be back on Sunday. Are you going to get back onto your leaf
Well,
business?
I'm hoping I'm going to get back to the book. I've got No. What we did today is kind of a test drive for some of the things that I want to do in the book, because I think
Hi,
that
Layla.
this will be the kind of background that I'm going for. Because remember, what's going to be the most important things in the book? It's not the pages of the book. It's the tags that are going into the book.
The book is the holder.
The book is, yes.
It's the mirror.
It is the receptacle.
It's the museum.
Yes. It houses all of
See,
these
did you like
treasures.
That? Did you like that?
So, with that in mind, that's where we're going with the book. So I am thinking something like this is a wonderful way to sort of have something going on, but something that is not fighting and vying for attention.
Yeah.
With the things that I'm going to put in there that are there for that purpose.
There you go.
You know, the leaves that we've been making. Maybe I may make some more leaves too.
Yeah.
But and you know, this could actually this could be a belly band.
Hey, what do you call this? A restraining strap.
A restraining strap. A
Don't know why that
mid-page restraining strap.
Okay.
But yes, thoughts and whatever. I've got to get with it here and finish up Izzy's cards, because I told her I would do that. And
Okay.
I don't know whether to put that on too. You think the hairdryer thing would?
I can kind of move it along a little bit.
But I'm just going to leave it until later this afternoon, maybe after dinner.
Yeah.
To finish those up, and I think that they'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, we need to spend some time doing cards with the baby anyway. So there we go. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you back here on Sunday. Bye. Hey, remember to come back and leave those comments, because you never know which stream we're going to be pulling.
And I have been
Winners from.
answering all of those lovely inquiries, and I read every single one of them.
She does. Bye, guys.
Bye.